So here we are, it's November 8th, working on the senior here, and check it out. I got all my work attire for summertime on. It's not July, I swear, but I got the shop open, and I'm here to do some work. So, I got my Steiner order, and I got the new coil. I got points, and I got that coil bar and the condenser. Check that out. They threw some candy in for me. How'd they know I was a fat guy? So, it's time to get to work. So this is what the new coil looks like compared to the old one. And I used my ohm meter and I checked resistance through these two wires, and I checked resistance through these two wires, and as mentioned before, I haven't been able to find resistance between this post and either one of these wires. Well, I can't find resistance from either one of these wires to that post either, and I have the same resistance value through the wires within like 1/10 of an ohm. So, as much as I spent on this, I got a feeling that if that ain't broke, I probably shouldn't fix it. So what I'm going to do is swap out the points and condenser and just keep the parts that I haven't used as spares. That's what I'm going to work on tonight, and see if I can't get this thing to fire up. At least give me some spark. Please. Please, please, please. Now I have to admit, other than the fact that this screen is broken right where the camera goes, so when it's in this mode, it's kind of hazy. But when I pulled this Wisconsin apart, I thought that I had never seen a Magneto like that before, but I have. This is a Kohler Model K662, 24 horsepower hand crank twin, and check that out. It's got virtually the same Magneto, and it's just a twin valve cover, but look, it's the WICO, and it's also the HX model. See? So I figure if I can save some of the parts and maybe get this thing running one of these days, maybe it'll land in a tractor. It's been soaking in oil completely full since about this time last year, and just recently was I able to get it to rotate all the way around. So I'm pretty excited about that. Look at that monster. K662. That's huge. For reference, look at that engine 10 on a 1054. It's a monster. This is my packing slip from Steiner tractors, and just for reference, I figured I would list these part numbers for the condenser, the points, the coil, and the coil bar. So if you do need any parts for your WICO Magneto, Steiner is a very good source to find them. And they also helped me with their little online chat to find these part numbers very easily, very quickly. Well, I've got this all back together, and I will have to get a boot for that, but I got it all back together. I was at 15 thousandths gap, still no spark by just grounding it out like this. And then I thought, well, the only thing I never did clean was that little hole. So I got some fine emery paper, and it's 320 grit. Rolled it up, clean that out, and let's see if I can do this one-handed. Well, come on now. I did have spark. Oh, see that? Well, one way or another, I have spark. I might look around and see if I can find a better example of a spark plug wire. Even though I really like that, I want this to work. So I'm going to see if I can find something laying around. Give me a good spark plug wire. But otherwise, I do have spark. So it's time just to get this back together, time it right, and see if this thing will puff any smoke. Alright, well, I found a spark plug wire out of my 350 Chevy pile, I think. I don't know for sure. And now I will give it some fuel. Let's see here. I don't know where the throttle's at. I guess it's open. I will just hold the choke for now. And let's see how this goes. Oh! Did you hear that? It was so close. Oh. Alright, let's try again. Now I'm excited. Now I'm excited. Maybe no choke. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, I will have to go back and look, but I think maybe one tiny puff of smoke, if anything. Oh, it started. I so badly want to drive this. But I believe that probably the smartest thing to do is finish putting it back together and actually let my wife drive it first. But it ran really good, and it started flawlessly. Once again, that WICO points gap is at 15 thou, and honestly, I couldn't quite determine wherever that timing mark was. I couldn't quite determine where it was supposed to be to be considered top dead center, which is right here. There's a little tiny mark in the shroud, but I wasn't quite sure. It felt like it was like a quarter tooth off either way, and so I just figured if I have to, I'll move it, but I guess I don't. Oh, this is awesome. I'm so excited to hear this thing run, and now I'm going to clean up shop and keep putting this thing together. and maybe test it a few more times. Maybe listen to it just a little while, and maybe do a happy dance. Thank you for watching.